Mind you, I'm probably bigger than you.
Jenny
now.
said no. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then the naughty chef goes and gives me one of these flaming burgers.
Yeah.
You know, so I can only just fit it
Is
inside
this
my...
going to go on Hooncorp? Have you started?
It's already on. He's already got the microphone going. Hey, g'day, this is Roger Davis. Now, if you don't know Speedway, if you don't know rallying from years gone by, this is the face, this is the presenter of the New Zealand Rally Championship, Western Springs for many a time. He's in the background a lot more than he's in front of the camera now. Well, that face is probably the reason why. Mate, good to see you come down to the Autocana.
Yeah, you did right, because the face is the reason why, right?
Yeah.
Because what happens, Mike, I don't know if you actually realise it, but as you get older, you get a little bit slower.
Yes.
And your face gets a few wrinkles on it and you start losing your hair. I noticed you got the cap
I'm wearing
on.
a hat, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
It's
But
not just
anyway,
advertise PPG.
I don't live far from here, as you well know, so I saw all this stuff going here, and I saw Chris Alexander's Facebook, and I thought, I'll just call in and see what Mike Howe's up to.
Oh, mate, someone has to keep a check on me, but hey, good to have you along. Now, I understand, too, a little bit of a rumour that's actually quite true. We're going to see you back in front of the screen soon.
Yeah, well, you might be with me too. That's the other rumour. You and me together.
Oh, no.
Could you imagine that, folks? Him and me together on a weekly show talking about Speedway. He knows nothing about Speedway, but we'll have to educate him.
Yeah,
that's a very strong rumour.
To be fair, and can we bring Autocana into it, or can we bring Dirt Track? I'm pretty good on that.
We've probably got something different for that later on next year, because I'm talking to the organisers of that show,
right.
who you know, and I've actually suggested that we had a rally off-road show through the winter next year, which we can bring all this stuff in. Right. And of course you can come and have the cameo appearances in front of the camera.
Cameo's about all I'm good for, to be fair. Hey, good to have you along here, mate. And life from motor racing, we always pop along to events and watch, don't we? And I mean, you're a big time. You've still got some sprint cars. And,
yes, we've still got them.
And YQ Dirt Track. And is there a chance one of your cars might hit the brown stuff there this season?
Well, a guy used one of my engines for the last 2 or 3 years, a young guy called Nico Pinkerton. And Max Guilford used that engine as well. Max has just arrived back in the country. I was talking to Max yesterday about what we're going to do with that motor. But I've got my two two-seaters now, and there's another car which over at Buckley's at the moment with Calvin, and he's going to probably put something together. So we've still got cars, and we're also going to do that thing with Neil Honeybell, which is we're going to put LS1s, and I've given him 2 of my rollers, so we're going to do LS1s, and that'll be exciting. Fantastic. But just over the back here, watch for the rumours of what's going to happen over the back here.
Yes.
Over here at Mary, because I'll tell you what, there's some really, really special and good people getting behind that. Yeah. And one of them, the guy who's driving it, he's a sprint car driver. I can't really say too much about it, but he's a seriously motivated guy. Yeah. And if that gets going, this whole thing's amazing, isn't it?
This complex is huge, really is huge. And it's a well-kept secret. A lot of people don't even know.
Well, I drive past it every day, so I know. Twice, actually.
Yeah, coming home as well.
Yeah, but I was just talking on the social media, which is, I learnt about social media in COVID. I knew nothing about social media until COVID came along, and in your lockdown I had a month to do nothing. Yeah. So I looked at this and worked out, what's this all about? So ever since then I can't stay off it and making comments and making a bit of a dick of myself. But at the end of the day, we were talking about this last week on the rally posts, about how we're going to attract young people into the sport of rallying, because the problem is it's too expensive. It's controlled by permits and all that sort of stuff. And basically in a national rally thing, you've got to go to a national rally type thing as your first event. And there's just nothing. I mean, there's nothing. But something like you're doing here, and I noticed Chris is here with his car, right? But something you're doing here is just amazing. I mean, this could be a launching pad for getting people into the sport.
Yes, absolutely.
Which I know you're good at.
Oh, I love it.
Because I made reference on the social media last week, is the fact that you're involved in that Lemons race over the other side there. Yeah. And I just said to you, there was 65 odd competitors?
Yes, that's right.
Times that
65 cars.
Yeah, times that by how many drivers?
About 5 drivers.
Per car?
Plus some cars one car had 9 drivers, some have 6, 7, 8. So
that's over 300 people.
Yeah.
And how many of those? I bet a lot of those never driven before.
A lot of rookies.
A lot of rookies. Yeah, well, I was thinking about coming down, and I might do it next year because I'll be the big rookie.
You've got the Hooncorp Lucino there, mate. You could bolt yourself into that. Yeah.
I might crash it though because I'm an idiot. But at the end of the day, what you're doing, right? You don't actually realise it, even though you're sort of not under the auspice of Motorsport New Zealand.
No.
Not that you want to be. But what?
She's a lovely person.
Oh, she's good. She's really good. Right. But what you're doing is what Motorsport New Zealand should be doing, is promoting these types of events where there's not a lot of it's cost involved, but a lot of fun, and it gets people into the sport. It gets people into driving things. We're about to be run over.
We are.
But that's
MRS,
fine.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, mate,
Would you agree with that?
Well, I appreciate the comment, and when you do the interview, I've got to be neutral. You told me that, beat Switzerland, but I don't disagree with you, mate. And
but hang on a minute. This is a different interview because this is me and you. We're mates.
That's true.
We're mates, aren't we?
This is how the TV show could end up being. Just having a good old chat. But
I'm sure it will be. There'll be a lot of rubbish coming out of it. That's for sure.
Old Ian will be taking the headsets off. Shut up, you two. Yeah.
But anyway, I must say, and your son there on the camera there as well, I must say that, Nathan, that you guys are doing a top job. And I'm not doing it to piss in your pocket, but I just think the whole thing, like Hooncorp is well known now, effectively.
Getting well known.
And I think it's just a good idea that, look, all these people coming in and all that. How many cars you got today?
41 entries, and I think about 4 didn't turn up, so 37 entries here.
Yeah, well, you got about 40 entries. Well, they did a rally sprint down at Maramura. I was there last week at Maramura Forest, and they would have had probably about the same, 41, 42 entries. Now, that's for a high, well-known rally sprint series, but you've got 41 here. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, that's right. There's a demand for it, isn't there?
Yeah. Anyway,
entry level.
Entry level, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, good to see
awesome.
you. Got over. You're competing too.
I've been driving. I've actually not been too bad, and I'm finishing off my naughty chef burger. But no, I'm just having a great day. Loving it, and finally back behind the wheel since February last year at Pukekohe. That was the last time I had a drive. So
you didn't do the 24?
No.
Oh no, you and Nick Brown were the Prime Minister of the place. You're there handing out all the fines.
We're the bosses. Yeah, mate. Well, he is, and I just.
I should have been there because I hate bosses, so I could have wound you up all day.
Here's your chance to be an absolute swine, and no one can be upset about you. Hey, thanks for coming out, mate, and obviously I'll be seeing your face again in the future.